John Wick Chapter 2 is an action movie directed by Chad Stahelski and starring Keanu Reeves, Ricardo Scamacho, Ruby Rose, Lawrence Fishburne, Ian McShane and Lance Reddick. This movie was perfect. As far as action movies go, this has to be one of the best action movies ever made. And I do not say that lightly, because I've watched a lot of action movies, and to me action is something that is truly hard to do very done right. Okay, there aren't that many action movies that I watch and go, well, this was perfect, this was magnificent. I mean, for example, The Magnificent Seven. It was a solid action movie, it wasn't groundbreaking or anything, but I did really enjoy it. But I did not think that the action was perfect. The action in John Wick Chapter 2 is perfect. It truly is. And that is thanks to gorgeous cinematography, excellent choreography, and great acting from everyone. So, the story picks up right after the end of the first chapter of John Wick, where he finally gets his car back. And there is an amazing car chase that is followed straight after that by a very hard to watch fist fight, where John Wick just kicks all kinds of ass. And after that we get to the actual story of this movie. And while the story in the first one was more about revenge and about emotional struggles, trying to just get vengeance against those who pretty much took everything away from you, well, this time around John Wick is visited by Santino D'Antonio, who is an Italian mobster who pretty much helped John Wick to retire. But he needs a favor, and since John Wick has a blood debt with Santino, he has to help him. And the job that he has to do is pretty hard. It's probably going to get him killed, but if he does that, the debt will be paid, and he can go on retiring. However, everything doesn't go as planned, and John Wick has a lot of people that want him dead. So, the first act of the movie, right after the first action scene, which is right at the beginning, it takes a little bit of time to build the world even more, to meet new and older characters from the first movie, and then we get to the first action scene in Rome, Italy. And after that, the movie becomes non-stop action, with John Wick just killing a lot of people in incredibly violent and also kind of cartoonish but not over-the-top ways. This movie is way more violent than the original ones, also in terms of actual blood and gore, and oh boy, this has been the most exciting action movie that I've seen since Mad Max Fury Road, in terms of actual, wow, I can watch everything that's on screen and it is truly fantastic. And I would compare this movie quite a lot actually to The Raid 2. Everything goes outside. Now we are in the open, we are inside cities, in the streets, in catacombs, we are in museums. Oh, there is an amazing fight scene in a museum that was just a joy to watch, with a remix of classical music. I think it was Vivaldi's Summer, and it was fantastic to watch. It's just a symphony of violence, it truly is. And John Wick is the conductor of this orchestra. And every action scene is original, every action scene is vibrant, they are well edited, there are no quick cuts, there are very steady shots, no shaky cam, no handheld camera that's just, whoa, what's happening? Everything is truly clear. Keanu Reeves and all the other actors do a fantastic job. And I saw this with another person. He said that he did not find the movie to have any story. In my opinion, there is a story. It's much more different from other, more straightforward stories, because this is a story told more through visuals and through actual actions rather than dialogue pieces. Because John does not want to be a killer anymore. He is forced to get back into this life because of the debt that he had and because everything has been taken away from him. But he did not want to do this. And there is a brilliant moment once he's suited up that he just starts screaming and then the camera immediately cuts away to another shot. That was great because he looks always stoic, like nothing is gonna break him, he's always focused, but he has some moments where he's weak, where he just goes, fuck, I don't want to do this, okay? This is not the life that I want for me anymore. And that shows in this movie because, well, the first one was more emotional in terms of actual revenge. This movie is a portrayal of rage, of just wanting to change and not being able to, being forced back by the people who made you evil, who made you angry. You just can't turn back from some types of lives. And whew, it was amazing. It was truly, truly amazing. And the rest of the cast is great. I mean, Ruby Rose does a great job being a mute assassin. Come on. And some great fight scenes with John, and they are amazing on screen. They have some pretty interesting chemistry, and the thing about these movies is that pretty much everyone knows each other. They all know their backstories, they all know what happened to them, and everyone knows how the actual world works. And they don't tell you, but for example in this movie you understand that the big mobsters, the higher-ups, they have some very personal bodyguards who are badass assassins who help them out. The actual currency is explained a little bit more. We see that there are more continental hotels in pretty much every city around the world. Whew! It's amazing. And the movie ends on the highest of notes, and it sets up perfectly the next sequel, and I can't wait for it, because another thing that I really loved about this movie was that the violence was, or at least felt, more practical compared to the last one where they used a lot of CGI blood. This one in some sequences felt much more like they used actual squibs, and the sound effects and the sound design are fantastic. I mean, every gunshot you actually feel it in your chest. There was a scene near the end of the movie where a gun goes off that just completely made me lose my mind. I was like, what? Oh shit! The heart was pumping. It was a great experience, and honestly this is why I like movies that have great choreography, great cinematography, an excellent soundtrack by Tyler Bates, Luke Castlevania, Joel Richard, and other people who are just amazing to listen while watching this movie, and they fit perfectly with the action on screen. The ending is great, the acting was great. This is an excellent action movie. It's 2 hours long, it does not feel like it at all, it flies by just like that. I can't wait to check this movie out again. If not in theaters, I'm gonna rewatch it endlessly on Blu-ray. It's one of the best action movies ever made, one of the best sequels ever made. Not one of the best movies ever made, because some people say, well, it's just an action movie, but either say even one of the best movies ever made. But still, maybe it's too early, maybe I'm just high on this movie right now, but I want to revisit it soon, and go watch it. I don't know, probably it's not even in cinemas anymore in the US, but if you're in Europe where the movie just released, or in Italy or in other places, go watch it, for the love of God, go watch it. John Wick Chapter 2 so far is my favorite movie of the year. But still guys, have you seen John Wick Chapter 2? Do you like it or do you dislike it? Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? Tell me in the comments below. Thanks guys for watching, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.